Hello, it's Joe. Oh dang, that mirror is bright today. I can lower the light on that. I feel like that's like kind of aggressive. Welcome everybody. Typically on Thursdays I start a few hours later, but I have one of my friends passing through Nashville that I haven't seen in like over 10 years. He actually was the producer that helped me record my very first original song, which was a really scary experience for me, but he was an amazing producer. He also played drums on it. So I definitely wanted to make sure I prioritized getting to see him. Tomorrow I will also be starting at noon because right after stream, I'm jumping in a van and going to... Where am I going? Oh, God. I'm either going to Birmingham, Alabama, or Chattanooga. I can't remember which. I'm not driving, obviously. So yes, things are a little crazy bonkers, but a lot of really good things are going on, some of which I get to share with you real soon, and I'm excited to do so. But first things first, welcome in, and how's everybody doing? Welcome, Justin. Scotty, how are you today? Don't you get to go home soon? That must be just around the corner. Petrie, Fraggles, bam. You're home! Yes! I should have read backwards. There we go. Scotty, I'm so happy for you! Can I play you a song for a celebratory welcome home moment? I would love to. No pressure if you're just chilling. ASMR welcome, Short Extent, Mongoose, Danny. For Cathedora, what's up? It's always a joy to see you. You know, I'm confused because on my iPad, I couldn't load the YouTube stream, but on my computer, I am seeing me live on the channel right now. I don't know if I should just... And it says one person's watching. Would you mind refreshing and maybe... Or like closing the window and reopening it? Yes, I see myself in live time on this screen, which is the YouTube stream, but my iPad doesn't recognize it, and I'm very confused. I heard my name as I was typing something at work and looked at my phone to see waiting. Before I finished reading that, I was like, oh, I hope you got to see the wave. Not this one, but the other one. It's not showing. Okay, then why don't I, on this computer, what I'm gonna have to do is redo the stream key and reload. It's so weird because it is showing that there's two people here. It's showing up on this computer, and not the iPad. I almost want to give it like a couple more minutes just in case. Oh, Ocelot sees it. Maybe it's just delayed for some people. Petrie, 34 months. Almost 3 years already. As always, thanks for the amazing streams, Joe. Since I'm playing a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics Remake, my request for today is Founder's Footsteps from Final Fantasy 16. You got it. That would be a nice revisit. I haven't done it for a long time. And of course, on top of that, thank you so much for almost 3 years. This channel and myself has changed a lot in that time, and seeing that people stuck around through a lot of those changes just means so much to me. So thank you very, very, very much. And I'm gonna give that song my all. Before I forget, let me adjust I can control how bright this is, because that's very bright. I feel like it's a little distracting. Let me just do that real quick. That's better. That's the practice station where my stand's at. I try to make sure I almost always practice in front of a mirror so I can see corrections or changes that I need to make. Okay, great. Okay, so the YouTube stream is up and running. My iPad's still not showing it where I read chat, but I did reserve a part of my screen over here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, we're back. We're so back. And right on time to see Mr. Smith entering. Always good to see you live. Hope you're well. So I cannot lie. I'm a bit frazzled, but I'm good. For Jove, tier 3, 58 months. I don't know why. I felt like I was about to reach over and like ring a dinger bell over here, my lady. But I don't have one of those. But I would be doing it, Jove, let me tell you. 58 months. It's... When the numbers get that high, it is sincerely, like, kind of hard to wrap my head around. But thank you so much, Jove. On top of that, giving all of the support and help that's helped keep this channel running, quite frankly. Thank you so much for being one of the best mods in the world, for being an absolute delight of a person that I can confirm from having up spend time with you in person as often as we have, and I just think you're absolutely wonderful. Please let me know if there's something I can play for you. I would love to. Zeri for the bits, thank you. But yes, I'll get into everything going on. Everything's good, it's just been busy. But since we have a hype train going, why don't I get to playing? Mountain Man, it's lovely to see you. How are you doing today? Wait. No, Paul is country walking. I'm trying to make sure I remember names as much as I can. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Things have been crazy busy, but crazy busy with good stuff. Spark Notes version. For the month of September, I recorded for like 5 clients. And I'm working with at least six different artists this month and traveling a lot. And I'm just trying to schedule it all out in my brain. But I think I successfully have not made anything overlap. And I'm gonna get it done. It's gonna work. I haven't gotten warm-up time today, so I would like to have a nice chill Zelda morning. We got our double blockers. That's a good luck sign. It's a good omen. For Blocka, I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you? Butley! I always keep Butley nearby. Even though he's far away, to keep me grounded and safe. It's always a pleasure. How are you today, Butley? Hedges, good to see you. We got all the friends. I'm gonna do my Ocarina startup. We're gonna do Kakariko, followed by Zelda's Lullaby, followed by Lon Lon Ranch. That trifecta helps me feel grounded real quickly. Alright, we are hydrated. I left my coffee downstairs, but that's probably good. I'll grab that on my break. And for now, let's just jump in with some Zelda. Kakariko Village Juke Remix. So, I just said his name, but I didn't do the proper shout out. There's a YouTube channel I adore called Juke Remix, and they graciously let me play over a handful of their renditions, and I really enjoy them. So if you like it, check out Juke Remix over on YouTube. Any advice for learning arm vibrato? I got you. Let me get through 2 songs and I'll help. Mr. Smith, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. The audio quality's only gonna get better. I've been learning a lot, and I'm learning about panning, which you gave me some advice on. For Star Sky, thank you for a resub for 4 months. Thank you. Let me know if I can play you something, and for Jove and Petrie as well. Thank you guys. Let me see. I just got a message that I do need to respond to real quick. I can, I actually, for the Final Fantasy 16 part, I did write out the guitar tab for it. I can try sight reading it a bit, but I haven't played it for admittedly over 6 months or so. For Mountain Man, I will do my best to remember John. For those who like to share their names, I always try to do my best to remember. I feel like that's the bare minimum I can do to say thank you. Let me respond to this. Sorry, this one's important. Hey. I should have... Okay, is there anything else I need to get back to? Alright, this is good. This is good too. Okay. Deep breath. To summarize, I am really... Where to begin with everything? I'm feeling a little stretched thin, but I'm also feeling really excited and really proud of myself. For both September and going all the way through October, I've been booked for so many different projects. I think between the 2 months, I'm definitely going to work well over 10 clients, with over 10 clients, each asking for something completely different. I wrote a string section for someone who's writing a musical. That worked out. I recorded for a couple songwriters. I did a bunch of church gigs. I taught my lessons. I played gigs. I have gigs with 3 new artists this month. And I have a very exciting one where I'm already smiling getting to say it. It feels so good. I can now say that I have officially been paid to write a song for someone. Lyrics, vocals, recording, production, everything. And I did it. I freaking did it. I had just over a week, and I am exhausted. But I've learned so much. Being someone who's honestly only written probably 6 songs in my whole life, I am so proud of myself. I really didn't think that would be something I could really incorporate in my career at this point in my development. And after talking with the person I'm working with, it looks like this is going to be the beginning of me writing consistently for them. I don't know how consistent, but fairly. I feel like so many musicians would give anything to be paid to be able to write a song. And knowing that I got to be someone to do that is just something I am so grateful for. Do those 6 songs include the songs on your self-titled EP? It does. I really haven't written many songs. It's like the EP that I did when I was a baby that I don't even play, I think that was 3 songs. And then I did 2 with Fable Cry. And then I've done 2 with you guys, or 3. I guess I've written maybe only 7 or 8. But I don't do 3 of those ever. Honestly, most of them I don't do. So for JoJo Welcome, yes, I I was hired to write a song with lyrics, and they described a particular situation that they wanted the content to be around, and some themes and references that they really wanted included. It was quite specific, and I had a little over a week to write, record all the instrumentation, do the lyrics, and produce it, and I've done it. I just have to do a little intro, which I'm going to do at the end of stream today, and then I'm going to stream tomorrow, and then I'm going to jump in a van and go to Alabama and play shows this weekend with my band, Creature Comfort. And soon enough, I'm going to be in San Diego, and right before San Diego, I'm playing for a new client for a live show in Nashville. So I'm feeling a little crazy. But again, I am just so proud of myself. I cannot believe that I've gotten as much as I have done. And it makes me feel more optimistic about maintaining a career as a full-time musician because, you know, similar to streaming, music it's not a guarantee. And I have always known that, which is why I take growth as a musician so seriously, where I'm always practicing or taking lessons with someone or trying to learn something new. And, while it does stretch me thin at times, it might distract me from focusing on one particular field that maybe I could excel at. It's been really fulfilling, and this is super cheesy, but I feel like almost for the first time I'm feeling like a sense of confidence in myself. Still, obviously, you guys know me. I'm riddled with anxiety all the time. But I feel like I'm actually starting to be like, you know what, you can do this. I'm very intimidated, I'm not gonna lie, by everything that needs to get done. But seeing how much I have already gotten done, I'm like, wait, it's gonna be fine. And even on top of that, I had to turn down 2 gigs. So I'm like, wow, like maybe I can actually keep this going for another 10 years. Yes, I guess I think about that a lot. And it, like, truly, you guys, I do credit this community, this stream, for a lot of why I'm able to do this stuff. The reason I was able to record those strings for the musical, I think it's because I've really been working hard on looping. And also looping helped me write an original song and get the confidence to layer guitar, banjo, mando, violin lyrics, all these things. So I guess to tie together this all over the place tangent, thank you. Oh, I almost got teary-eyed. We're not doing that. I got too much to do today. We can't have any time for that. And I really, for as long as I can continue this gift of being able to stream here and have that be the main source of my income, I want to share all of it with you. The new song for the client, I am definitely going to share with you. It might even be as soon as next week. There's some hidden details, but I'm going to keep those hidden right now. And, you know, even the other things, like how I've been learning how to sew the cosplay stuff with my friends, my friend Sibel. I filmed all of that. I'm trying to bring my camera everywhere I go so I can show you as much, all the things I'm doing. And I want to be much better about showcasing those things on, like, my Instagram and YouTube shorts. So if you consider following those, I do want to try my very best to be more proactive and share what you've given me. For anyone that wants to see that, of course. So, thank you, everybody. The Grows no need to thank us. You're a wonderful person, extremely talented musician. You're the one building and keeping this awesome community together. I think it's a two-way street, my friends. But thank you for the kind words. Joe, you're so amazing. You've grown so much in the last 6 years, now onto bigger and better things. Well, not on to making it seem like I would leave here, because that's not happening anytime soon. I'm gonna have to be dragged away kicking and screaming from Twitch. I want to stay on here as long as I can. For as old and crunchy as you guys allow me to get. But yes. Annalise, thank you, thank you. I would like to do 2 songs and then our priority requests for Final Fantasy 16 for Petrie. Let me check the priority list. Looks like I am up to date, so that's great. But yeah, let's do Zelda's Lullaby followed by Lon Lon Ranch. For one of my recording deadlines, I might attempt part of it live on stream today to help me save time. I don't know how interesting it would be. I need to make kind of like an ambient, textured instrumental. So hopefully I can do that. Alrighty. Zelda's Lullaby. This is another Juke remix rendition. There we go. Miranda, thank you! In regards to camera angle, you want less profile. Honestly, I feel like when it comes to the camera, I don't have a lot of wiggle room because I have to showcase the piano, the equipment. When I work on this screen, you can see me pretty straight on, but I am a little bit stuck at what I can work with to get the things in the shot that I need to. I'm doing my best in that regard. And with how busy things are, I probably can't mess around with that for at least like 2 weeks for how busy things are getting. But I can look into it. We recently changed the setup, so I'm just doing my best to fit in everything that I can. Oh, I have to answer, I don't have to, I would like to answer a question for Kamira, one of our fellow violinists here. You were asking about arm vibrato. So vibrato, for those who don't know what that is, I guess most of you do, right? Is when you can kind of go a little bit forward and back to make a warbly kind of sound happen. And with violinists, you use either basically all of them, but a combination of either your finger like this. You don't exclusively use it, but you can see how it kind of bends back and forth. That flexibility takes a while to develop. Your wrist, kind of going up and back and forth, and your elbow. So everything, it's almost like a flagpole, if that makes sense. Here's the base of the flagpole. I start moving here and everything else goes in response. To help get used to the arm vibrato for Chimera, what I'd recommend is, first off, I view arm vibrato, if you're lifting an imaginary weight, like if you do this motion, it's not going to be that big, of course, but then you make it smaller and smaller, and that's what it's going to feel like. When you lift weights, you're not going to have your wrist going up and down like that, right? But if you focus on the lifting weight motion, with your violin, it's going to be, instead of here, up to where you meet your violin, and it's going to be that same kind of in and out motion. And the key is letting your hand relax enough where there is a little bit of jostle happening back and forth, but it's ultimately a lot of the elbow opening and closing. And every violinist has their own style and combo of those different points that will make your vibrato your own. Did the YouTube stream die? I feel like the YouTube stream died. Or maybe it was just on my iPad. Let me know if it's still working for the YouTube chat. I have it open over here. Oh, it's still live. Okay. I don't know if it's an iPad thing. I'll just keep chat open over here just to make sure I don't miss anything. Is there anything else that I need to answer? I like the idea of 7 camera angles. I have thought about it. Honestly, I do like the look of a very simple stream. Like, one of my favorite streams to watch, and like how she arranges it, is Pea Leaf. I feel like it just looks like her space, and you get to hang out with her there. It's cozy, there's not too much going on. I feel like that's probably what I've kept in mind. Okay. So, Lon Lon Ranch and then Petrie's request. Will we be able to see up Joe's nose? Ner. Ner. Alright, as long as it's fine for everybody else, then I don't have a cause for concern. Trying to think if there's any other updates. Everything's been so crazy lately. It's probably fine for now. The classic Lon Lon Ranch. for not getting as much warm-up time as I would like. I actually feel really comfortable playing that. That was comfy. Well, I mean, Zelda's guaranteed to be comfy every single time. All right. Do you have to replace the place where you put your chin often? I don't know about violin. No, not really. I have changed it just in regards of trying different ones. Is there like there's different kinds or placements that you can get and size of like the divots. I've really enjoyed this one where it's more centered, particularly because for a lot of the bands that I've played with, I'll sing backup vocals occasionally, and having it so centered, I feel like I can go up to the mic. Instead, some are more onto the side, but I kind of like being able to have both in front of me. Everyone has their own preference though, but I don't really need to change that. The things on the violin you probably have to replace the most is obviously the strings and the bridge occasionally. And usually, and your bow hair. Because the longer you play with your bow, eventually hairs will start to fall out. And also the tension of it, you have to tighten the wood. Sometimes with enough tension, instead of being a straight line, ideally, it can start to curve, like kind of like a baby half moon, or a crescent moon rather, because the tension just slowly but surely warps it, but they can fix that. So those are the three things on the violin. Yeah, I would say those are like the three things. Sometimes your pegs can get worn, but I feel like nowadays they make the pegs so that they don't get worn down quite as easily. Have you played Grandia? I was playing it alongside a few friends and we started a JRPG book club. That's cute. Where we play and talk about the game. I know I've heard of that. Let me just like look at a picture to see if it jogs memory. Ooh, the art style's very cute. No, this game is news to me. I'll have to check out the soundtrack. Oh, there was one song. There's a song from the soundtrack I did flag as something to learn. I just can't remember. Why am I opening and closing my hand at you? So we have 2 priority requests for Final Fantasy 16 as well as Rose of May. So why don't we put a... What's the expression? Put a tack in it? No. Put a lid... No. I'll come back to it. It was a pin? Did I say pin? My brain's trying so hard, you guys. I'm trying so hard. Oh my god. I feel like at least I said tag, damn it. I've mentioned before that I thought it'd be funny on Twitch to like start cataloging all the expressions I almost get, but I always miss one word. Like instead of being like, hit 2 birds with the stone, I'll just be like, gotta throw stones birds. Where you know what I'm saying, but you're like, it's not quite it. Anyway, alright. So I want to play along with the original. I did see someone ask about my guitar playing, and out of curiosity, I do kind of want to... I did write the tablature out. I just want to see if I can sight read some of it, even though I haven't played it. Make like a tree and bark. Yeah, exactly. Gotta get 2 birds stoned at once. That's the gist of what I do. I tend to do that quite often. Man, I don't even remember how this goes, so sight reading this could be kind of fun. Let me just get the first bit here and see what we got. A little water. I'll just let this track finish, it's almost done. It's a cool one, I like it. Let's see. 3 strings first. I feel like this guitar needs a setup soon. The intonation's been hard to get. Better, huh? Sight reading. Arthur! We'll listen to the track after this and see how close I got. A version of this with just the melody. Nah. All right, I'll have to take it out. Okay. Let's check out the original and see how close that was. I wrote out this with the intention of maybe doing like a chill recording, so I transcribed the tablature as well as the melody. So I was like, oh, I could do like the guitar and then record the violin or some other things. Sketchy tracks for a tier 3. And Arthur, thank you guys so much. Now that we are in October, I've officially begun the hopes and the dreams of once again getting into the Partner Plus 2 program. The requirements are 3 consecutive months where you get enough subs to give you 300 points. They only count if an individual subs at tier 1, 2, or 3, no gift, no prime. And the tier 3 gives more points than the 1. Tier 1 gets 1, 2 gets 2, tier 3 gives 6 points. For those who've been subbing for tier 3 for these 3 months here, thank you so much. We successfully completed September. Now I just need to get October and November. And then if we get that, I have a 70-30 cut from Twitch for a full year, which would help me be able to maintain this as my full time. So Sketchy, thank you so much. And Arthur for 31 months. That is so very many months. Thank you very much. Let me know if I can play something for either of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably do a page turn here unless I can get all 3. I might actually be able to do that. Ooh, that will work. Yay. All right, this is called The Founder's Footsteps, which for as of right now is the only song I've learned from Final Fantasy 16. I'm definitely intending on learning more. I just have to check out the soundtrack again. But this was the first one that I thought was something that I needed in the song list. I found it to be very relaxing. Very pretty. I hope you enjoyed as well. Let me unmute my violin mic and we'll do it. I do like the ambient sounds of this, but the volume of this track is much lower. This one should be louder. There we go. Okay. Fun. I tried to go for like a harmony line when it came back around. I was expecting them to loop in that like intro where it was just the guitar chords. But when that didn't happen, I was like, okay, this just means I gotta make up something else now. But that was fun. I can definitely foresee myself making a recording of that. Yes, I wrote out the guitar part. I could easily do it and then just do like violin on the top. Yeah. Oh my god, look at those little Siamese kitties. Sketchy tracks, those are so cute. When I decided I was ready to get another cat, and I obviously ended up getting Kimchi, I first started looking at Siamese cats. I love Siamese cats, and I learned that their breed is one of the breeds that unfortunately can be unethically bred for like competition. Like people want to get like the perfect Siamese cat with like the perfect markings and the blue eyes. And that's why you see a lot of Siamese cats that are like cross-eyed or like their nose might be a little longer or shorter. It's because people are just really trying to competitively breed them to be perfect, which has left a lot of them needing homes. And so I really wanted to get a Siamese cat. Kimchi, his breed, which is a Burmese, is like in the wheelhouse of a Siamese cat. I went with Kimchi because his breed doesn't shed as much. But yeah, I wish I could give all the beautiful Siamese cats homes. There's so many, and they're so cute. I watched Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat, where they would use their tails to do the calligraphy. I was a fan of Sagwa. I still remember the theme song. It was Hapanyo, Hapanyo, Sagwa, Shiwagwa, Hapanyo, 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 Sagwa, Shiwagwa, Hapanyo. Sagwa, you're my best friend. That is true, and they are abandoned, unfortunately. This is the rescue cat. Yeah, when I was actually on tour, one of the houses that we were graciously allowed to stay at, they had 4 rescued Siamese cats, and they were so sweet, and none of them looked the same. One was cross-eyed, one was too small for competition, one they thought the nose was too long, and all four of them just had their beautiful individualities, and they were so sweet. They were such sweet cats. A friend of mine adopted a Siamese cat recently and told me about this show. I never watched it. I mean, I haven't watched Sagwa since I was a little one, but when I was a kid, that was one of like my favorite kid shows, Sagwa. It was really cute. My mom actually worked on some online games based on Sagwa. Jealous. Next game stream, Sagwa games. Hapanyo, hapanyo. Let's do our next request, which is for Mirando, who wants to hear Rose of May. Probably long gone from the internet now, fair. The beautiful era of Flash games online. I got into the YouTube rabbit hole of what there was like a couple channels that were playing like your favorite Flash games that you played from like the early 2000s. I was like, oh my gosh, I need it. My apologies, guys. I'm probably gonna have to check my phone periodically. I have a lot of gigs going on currently, and each gig has its own group chat of 5 people. This is for pickup time tomorrow. Joe, I'd like to pick you up around 2:30. I'll answer this on my first break. And then the other commitment. Okay, they're cool too. Okay. Oh, heart rate's up. Oh. For Analyze, that was one of the games that was on the YouTube channel that I watched. I think it was he's also a Twitch streamer. Not Chris. Connor? Sea-Dog. Sea-Dog. He seems like a good guy. I've also been watching, let me know if anyone else is doing this. I've probably watched 4 streamers play through No I'm Not, or No I'm Human. No I'm Not Human. It's this new like scary game that is so interesting. The artwork is really cool, and the storytelling, it's a very interesting game. I don't really even want to disclose how many hours I've watched other people play that game. But it changes every time you do it, so I'm so sucked in. I can't stop myself. I mentioned before, but I'm a scaredy cat. I love horror games, but I'm like too scared to play them a lot of the time. So I just watch someone else play them for me. I have played some on my own, but nothing like crazy. Anyway. We have a request for Rose of May, a Final Fantasy IX classic. Petrie, I'll describe it after. It's really interesting. There is a cat in the game as well. If the game lets us pet the cat, it's an automatic Petrie, I have good news. You get to pet the cat. Running a marathon on Sunday. Oh my goodness. Congrats on all that hard work. I've never gotten past 5K. That's a whole lot. Try not to be nervous. Song means a lot. Well, if you're doing such a major thing, I feel like you deserve another Final Fantasy IX song. Well, you'd always deserve that regardless. Why don't I do Vama a la Flamenco? I know you like that one too. But yeah, for those who... Maybe... Should I play that game? Let me get the title right. I don't know if people would want to see me do like a scary-ish game though. It's called No, I'm Not Human. I've watched 4 streamers play through it and I'm so interested. The premise of the game is essentially game starts and the world suddenly is becoming uninhabitable because the sun has increased temperature dramatically where you can't be outside during the day anymore. And at the same time, there is the appearance of visitors. And we don't know what the visitors are. We just know they're not human and they are quite dangerous. So this whole game, you stay in your house. If you are alone and don't have any guests with you, then you are at risk for being taken by the visitors. So you need to accept people in your house, and the whole game is you have to figure out whether you let someone in thinking that they're either human or a visitor. And you learn signs of how to decide who is who as the game progresses. It's super interesting. It's very dark, but it's very cool. Thank you, Mithari Music, welcome. Welcome Raiders, my name is Joe, and I play over video game soundtracks. I also make loops playing lots of different instruments. Primarily, I like folksy stuff, so I play the banjo, mandolin, guitar, bass, piano, violin, and I'll sing over the loops for covers. And then again, I play over video game music because I love video game music. It's what I listen to the most in my free time. Even if you don't think you like video game music, I think there's a chance you might if you give it a chance. They're all like fully orchestrated and gorgeous. Like this music in the background is video game music. So why don't I play a classic to welcome everybody in? I kind of want to do Titus's theme from Final Fantasy X. It's really relaxing. Mithari, if there's something I can play for you, please let me know. Thank you for the follows, by the way, for Warlock, Jimmy, Rezi, and Kozira. Thank you very much. Also, I gotta pull up my YouTube chat again. For Rascally Rabbit, welcome. Mina, I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for being here. For Mina, yeah, no pressure, but if you want to pick something from the song list, I'd be happy to do so to thank you for your raid. Also, DCD for tier 2, thank you so much. I did successfully get enough points for the Partner Plus 2 program for month number 1, and I need to get 3 months. So the tier 2s and 3s helped me so much to get that goal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. For Danny, make sure to I almost said decaffeinate. No, you said you had so much coffee. Hydrate. Yes. Fart Candle Month 2. That's what I should actually make the title. I promised you guys that if I got into level 2, the Partner Plus program again, I would light a very thoughtful gift I was sent from Pencils, which is a fart-scented candle that I've probably had for 2 years, and I've never lit, because unlit, it is already horrendous. But I've laid the ground rules. I'm only lighting the candle and keeping it lit for as long as a hype train runs for that stream. And if there's multiple hype trains, I will light it again. But I'm only keeping it lit on a hype train. There's no way I'm letting that thing just freaking burn. Are you kidding me? No way. DCD Chim Chim, you got it, dude. I did promise Vama a la Flamenco for Mirando, who is epically gonna run a marathon. And I feel like this one, well, I know that you've asked for this one before, so I think we'll do that next. Vama a la Flamenco. Final Fantasy IX, I've mentioned many times before, was my first Final Fantasy. So I'm quite sentimental with this soundtrack. It's one of the first ones you hear in the game too, so it's really fun. Vamos, flamenco! One day I'm gonna get that loop locked in. The reason I've been kind of snoozing on it is because in the C section, I really want to play the bass line, but listen to how fast it is. I can do the bass line for everything else, and then it drops here. Like, it's awesome, but there's a lot going on. Learning bass lines from video games has helped me understand the instrument so much better, because a lot of them were written on the keyboard, like for a MIDI sound, instead of being written on a bass. So some of them aren't the most, like, playable, but you know me, I'm like, no, I'm gonna figure out a way to make it playable. We might just have to, like, skip one note or, like, raise something an octave at a certain point. But I really want to learn it because that was freaking cool. Yeah, like a lot of like the Sonic soundtrack, for example, like early Sonic, some of those bass lines I think would be very helpful to learn, but they're hard. And like Mega Man and stuff. But that's one of the reasons that I love playing video game music so much. It's cool to like be able to get to hear them in a more like venue context. Like not just a beep boop TV vibe, but like hearing what real instruments might sound like if a band played it. Old Wise songs? Do you mean Yeast? Oh yeah, that's what that, right? I still doubt myself on how to say that. Also for Cliff, welcome. For my dearest YouTube chat, I'm so sorry. I haven't been as proactive today. I typically have the chat over here, but for some reason I can't load it. It worked for a little bit and then it disappeared. But I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I apologize. Okay, it's actually back now. Yes, okay, that's there. I have it open over here as well, but I need the screen to control the loops and the odd interface. I just don't want to make you feel chat. What chat? You rascally rabbit. Let me see. There's a story I read, probably, I don't know how to say that, apocryphal, about a musician who learned how to play a very difficult guitar solo from a rock song and didn't find out until after he mastered the solo that the solo originally recorded was played on 2 guitars simultaneously. That's exactly like kind of the vibe I'm talking about with learning some of these MIDI bass lines. Like figuring out how to make something work can really help you progress a lot faster. Anyway, believe it or not, my beautiful, wonderful friends, we've been streaming over an hour. At the top of each hour, I like to take a couple minutes just to check in with myself, make sure I'm still feeling strong and ready to go. Oh, but before I take a break, we have a guest. What was that you said? Mr. Kimchi. I turned down the volume so you could hear his meow. You want to jump on my lap and say hi to everybody? He's been having, I think, a hard time since my parents left. He had a lot of fun with more people in the house, and now there's just the 2 of us. I feel like he's, like, angry. It's okay, baby. Miss Jillian is going to take care of you this weekend when I'm on tour. And you love Miss Jillian. Oh, that's rude. That's okay, though. Here's Kimchi. Are you okay? Hi. Hi. How are you today? Kimchi says hi. Was that the first time Kimchi met his grandparents? Kimchi met them once before when he was like... Yeah, he was still like a kitten. Yes, he's like 2.5 now. I think you're 2.5. Does that sound right, mister? Mr. Big Man. But yeah, he's just been yelling at me a whole lot. I feel kind of bad leaving him this weekend while I go on tour, but it's only for 3 days. It's honestly only for like half a day, a full day, and then half a day. Because I'm leaving tomorrow at like 2:30, and I think we come back at 2:30 on Sunday. And Jillian's gonna come over and give you hugs and play with you. But then I have TwitchCon too, so he's gonna get pissed. Everyone gets like severe anxiety when they leave their pets on a trip, right? I hate it. The guilt when I close the door and lock it just makes me like have my eyes well up while I get into the Uber to the airport. It makes me sad. I want him to be okay. I want him to feel happy and loved. But also I work from home, so like I get to see him all the freaking time. Just bring him along. I've been scarred from when I tried to move down here and I brought Baloo on the airplane and he freaking peed in the carrier and then the pee got on all over me and I sat in the middle seat smelling like cat pee and it was just like, it was a pretty rough, that was a rough trip. There was more details that made it rough, but most people heard it before, including you, Pencils. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm going to take my first break. I just take like 4 minutes to use the restroom. I do have to respond to some of these messages here. It's just planning for the gigs I have coming up this month, and they need a response sooner rather than later. I get so many scam messages. It's so frustrating. I don't know what I bought online that is making car service companies go crazy. Oh, when I was looking for my car, because I had to buy a new car last year. Well, used car, but a good car. Anyway, whatever. I'm sorry. I'll be right back, and then we're going to do Chim Chim Tree, our first loop of the day, and then some other loops. I love you. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back, responding to all the messages I needed to regarding tour this weekend. If anyone is nearby Birmingham, Alabama, or Chattanooga, I'm going to be playing 2 shows with a band I play with here in Nashville, Creature Comfort, this weekend. And for anyone who's going to be at TwitchCon, I'm also playing a set there in San Diego with Samuel Tucker Young. And then I have a Nashville show in 2 weeks. So those are my show announcements. Busy girl. I'm also playing 2 weddings in there. A couple church gigs. I could have sworn I had... There it is. Whiskey Before Breakfast. I can totally do that for you for sketchy. And then we'll do our first loop. Let's see here. Also, for Iocane, I just saw your message with the resub notification that Kimchi is your favorite streamer. I would say me too, but he did turn off the stream before, twice now. He placed his paw perfectly on the button for the power strip and turned off my entire setup mid-stream. So for that, I would not say he's my favorite streamer. But he is my favorite, just not streamer. Let's see here. Whiskey Before Breakfast. I'm just gonna do this one acoustic, true fiddle style. For Mr. Smith on a call. I hope it's a pleasant one. Or you're not stuck on wait for a while or something. The meower turned off the power? Yes. Of course, like, there's no way he knew what he was doing, but I can't help but wonder. Be like, did he know? No. That's impossible, right? But twice? That's like a freak accident. That's crazy. Anyway, want some fiddle? Is it time to fiddle? Let's do. I should have grabbed my coffee downstairs. Oopsies. Oopsie. Eventually. A classic Whiskey Before Breakfast. I haven't played bluegrass in so long. Whiskey Before Breakfast is also a Celtic tune. There's a lot of crossover between fiddle genres. So there's bluegrass, Celtic, old time, and then every country kind of has like its own styles of fiddle. But I found the ones that I've had most experience with, which is bluegrass, Celtic, and old time, they all have done a cover of Whiskey Before Breakfast, but they're all just like a little different. There's things about each style that are really like iconic for it. And having learned a little bit of all, I tend to get them all mixed up a little bit in my head. I feel like I'm probably the most competent with Celtic because I had a couple gigs where I had to learn and play Celtic tunes, which was amazing. I love Celtic music, and admittedly, I probably feel the most connected with it because my grandmother is from Ireland. So, like, I feel like that's the one I'm most drawn to. But I've gotten into old time as well because my cousin out in Utah is playing it regularly, and I will fly out and see her and hang out with her and her wife. And then there's like a camping trip where everyone goes to the desert and plays old time fiddle. And I went and I played, but I definitely don't know the tunes yet. I just like was playing enough to not distract from people who actually knew what they were doing. Anyway, let's get into Loopland, shall we? I need this binder. Paul, you changed your name so that I can remember your Paul. I did remember for what it's worth. I can have some people that would vouch. When Mountain Man came in, I was like, oh, I remember your name, but then I remembered that it was actually Country Walking. I'm trying to prove myself too hard. Thanks for the super chat. That was super kind. For your requests, I can totally do Outset Island. I have one song to do first, and then I can do some Wind Waker for you. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And to our the YouTube chat in general, it means a lot to me because I've only recently started dual streaming, and I've only recently had people actually come and like talk and say hi and get to build a bit of a relationship, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you. And for the Twitch chat, before I get into this, if you wouldn't mind, if you click that link and like the video over on the YouTube stream, it can help get some more eyes to see it, which would help me maintain being a full-time musician. No pressure, but if you wouldn't mind doing a click and all, and the button pressing, maybe type hi in chat or something, it might help get some more people to find it. There it is. My audio muted when I opened Ableton. Justin, you're sweet. Thank you. So this is going to be a song I do from scratch. Oh my gosh, we just had 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you for G-Zack. Thank you so much. Oh, look, Nicolas Cage got a gift sub. What an honor. Thank you very, very much for... would you prefer me call you Zach? Or G-Zack? Or G? Let me know if there's something I can play for you to say thank you. I'd love to. For House, it's been some time. I'm watching your content and you are so talented. You deserve a lot. Thank you so much. You guys... I can't ever say enough how... hearing things like that has really helped me gain the confidence to try to do more things, and it's led to me getting confident enough to say yes to gigs and push myself to be harder, push myself harder to accomplish more. I really can't stress it enough, so thank you. I really appreciate that. Yogi, welcome. Okay, so if I do Chim Chim Cheree, I always start with the guitar, and then I will play the accordion. I might try the banjo. I've done it a few times. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but I just really like playing the banjo lately. And then I'll save the last 3 pedals I have for the violin to layer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have 6 pedals at my feet that I use to do the live looping. And I have to assign them jobs. Cool. So we're gonna start with percussion. You are gonna hear the metronome for a second. Please don't panic. It's only gonna be for a brief moment. That last song that was on is so pretty. The Octopath Traveler 2 soundtrack is just gorgeous. I said don't panic, pencils. 1, 2. Oh. That's in 4/4. We need a 3/4. We need a waltz. 2, 3. Zoe will get the volume up. Oh my gosh, another super chat on YouTube, my YouTube community. You guys are making my heart melt. Music is vitamin for the soul. Dude, Martin, thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Is there something that I can play for you? I would love to. No pressure if you're just chilling. For the YouTube chatters, the song list is located in the About section of the video if you want to take a gander. Thank you again. Thank you. Let's get a high or snare in that. Let's see. I try to be very careful with the snare. Whoa! As it blasts through. Thank you for the follow on Twitch here. Thank you very much. You can hear one of my thimbles fall, but it's kind of a vibe. Let's add a little egg. And then, oh, I forgot my new thing that's been really fun. I have a low alto voice, and I'm a sucker for jazz for that reason, because it features a lot of low jazz vocals. And I love the sound of a snare with brushes, so I bought brushes, and I just do it on my tambo. But it kind of gives the vibe I want. Let's see. I feel like it almost sounds like rain on a windowsill. I really like it. Since I'm here, I might as well add some tambo percussion. So that would be like... Do I like that marchy vibe? Or I could do like a... I like that better. Okay, 2, 3, 1. 2. One more volume on that. Alright, I think we're ready to add some guitar. Panning a little bit. Egg and tambo should be on opposite sides. So they're similar sounds. And we're going to make the snare and the tambo opposite is their similar registers with the bass in the middle. Just talking out loud myself. Now we're ready for guitar. Thanks for the follows, Deep Impact, and for the half. Probably said that wrong. Capo. Enjoy your lurk, Petrie. All right. Take your time, Joe. Permission to experiment on the banjo. Ah, I see, it's like a D7. I can see if I can figure it out, Martin. I don't know if that's on my song list, but it seems familiar. I'll at least try it. What would happen after the E minor? That would be a C, so C sharp would be... Okay, I think I might have it. Okay, banjo. I'm getting better at the banjo. Slowly but surely. Okay, banjo is pedal number 3. Okay, I think I got it. Steven, what's up? We're learning some banjo. I think I can do it. Let me figure it out. I think I want to do a... Do I want to do an upward roll or... I think that's the best, I think. Oh, I'm skipping the B minor. E minor. But it might be fun to have the banjo do the melody there, so maybe we'll do... And then back to... I think I have it. Thanks for being patient with me, guys. I'm still not as strong on these instruments, so it helps me to isolate it. Okay, let's do it. A super generous super chat over on YouTube. Martin, thank you so much for 65 euros. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna give Golden Oldie? Or is it Golden City? Thank you so much. That was so generous. Thank you. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chim. When you're with a sleep, you're in good company. Nowhere is there more happier crew than them what sing chim 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 chim. Chim chimney, chim 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 chim. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chim. When you're with the sweet young good company, nowhere is there more happier crew. Oh, I see what I did. I gotta redo the vocals. Julia, hi! I'll give a proper hello once I get these vocals tracked. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chim. When you're with the sweet young good company, nowhere is there more happier crew than them what sing chim 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 chim. Chim chimney, chim 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 chim. Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Jim. When you're with the sweet young good company, nowhere's there more happy or free than what sings Jim 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 Jim. Jim Jiminy, Jim 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 Jim. One more. Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Jim. When you're with the sweet young good company, nowhere's there more happy or free than what sings Jim 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 Jim. Jim Jiminy, Jim 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 Jim. Oh my God, my cat's about to ruin everything. Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Jim. When you're with the sweet young good company, nowhere's there more happy or free than what sings Jim 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 Jim. Jim Jiminy, Jim 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 Jim. Violins don't go there, that's so correct. Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim 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 Jim. When you're with us. Sorry? I see what went wrong. Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Jim. When you're with the sweet young good company, nowhere's there more happy or free than what sings Jim 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 Jim. Jim Jiminy, Jim 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 Jim. Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy. Sorry guys. Here we go. Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Jim. When you're with the sweet young good company, nowhere's there more happy than what sings Jim 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 Jim. Jim Jiminy, Jim 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 Jim. I did it. Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Jim. When you're with the sweet young good company, nowhere's there more happy or free than what sings Jim 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 Jim. Jim Jiminy, Jim 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 Jim. There we go. Woo! Woo! We got there, baby. Julia, are you still doing your... Oh, wait, you said lurk. You don't have to come out of lurk, don't worry. Oh, I see what I did that made it peak. Gosh darn it. Between all these instruments, getting the proper mic settings for everything, it's so hard to keep track of it all. I'm getting closer, I'm getting better. Martin, extremely generous dono. Thank you so much again for the super chat. I really didn't think I would ever get tips on the YouTube stream. And the community that's been there with Paul, Sean, Martin, a huge shout out for Mr. Smith. You've been so supportive. For Rascally Rabbit, all of you guys, thank you so much. It really means so much to me. I just thought I would go for it one day, and to have such wonderful people, Mina as well. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. And then Mountain Man, of course. Thank you guys. For Martin, you asked about a song, Golden Oldie. Do you remember? Do you mean Pokemon Black and White? Is that the song you're referencing? I couldn't tell if you were asking for a song or not. But please let me know, because I would love to. Thank you, Julia. I've been fighting a little bit of a sickness, so I feel a little bit scratchy currently. But I've definitely gotten much more comfortable with my singing voice this year after starting voice lessons with the amazing Carissa the Cyberbard. I'm so grateful to have had her be my teacher, as well as Julia, who helped me get to my next violin level, being my violin teacher. I want to keep a tradition here on Twitch where whenever I want to get better at an instrument, I find another streamer who does that instrument that I look up to and then take lessons from them. So I might have picked some options for a guitar teacher, which I think would be really fun. But I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. It's fun. New sub over on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you very much. For Paul, I owe you Outset Island. Let me know if you need green screen lessons. Well, I do have one. I was actually looking into doing something which would require it. I'll reach out to you, Pencils, about that. That would actually be very helpful. At this rate, not till the end of the month. Holy guacamole, October is already booked. Cool. Let's see. Thank you for the kind words, Julia. Outset Island is this binder. Why does a fully AI streamer need a green screen? I know that's a joke, but who knows? That might be the reality in the future. Honestly, it's one of the reasons that I've been leaning more into my love of the acoustic instruments, like the banjo and the mando. Because, you know, things are getting more modern and electronic and produced. So I feel like celebrating these like classic instruments just feels like something that I want to do. And it feels like a good fit for me. I'm just an old-timey girl at heart. Let's do, for Paul, was it Outset Island or Windfall? Outset, okay. Oh, not a song. It would check out Epica. I took a listen to it at one point. I'll have to remind myself. I put a tab open for it to try and remember. Since I'm going on tour this weekend, it will be good to have some things to listen to in the van. Honestly though, I don't even know if I'm going to listen to anything in the van. I think I'm just going to peacefully sit there in quiet time and just chill. I feel like that sounds like exactly like what I need. Just quiet chill. All right. Are we ready for some Zelda? When are we not ready for some Zelda is really the question, right? I don't know why I pressed play. I wasn't ready yet. For Celeste, welcome. Kate came in right on time for Zelda. You did. You were perfect. You're always perfect. Also, Vault Boy, welcome. It's lovely to see you. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. I just saw a message that solved one of my scheduling issues. Oh my gosh, you guys, things have been crazy. I talked about it already at the top of stream, so I don't want to bore you. But I've been hired for more gigs and more recording opportunities from artists than I have in a while. In between October and September, I'm gonna be working with over 10 different clients, and I kind of feel like I'm losing my mind, but it's a learning process. I'm learning how to kind of balance everything. And a new development, I didn't know if I was gonna get this gig. I had an opportunity to do something that I always wanted to do. I would love to be a part of my career, but I didn't think I was good enough. And I officially can say that I, Joe Cleary, we gotta make this dramatic, am a paid songwriter. I did it. I had just over a week's notice, and I wrote, recorded, produced, wrote the lyrics and sang an original song for a client. And they seem really happy, and we're talking about doing more in the future. And I am so proud of myself. I did not know if I was going to be able to do it, and I spent hours and hours and hours and hours. I filled up half a notebook. If I watched TV, I had the notebook and I was just writing in it for lyric ideas. But I'm just so proud of myself. It's like so many musicians have that dream where they're like, maybe one day I can get paid to write a song for someone. And me, who's only written like 8 songs my whole life, I did it. And not only that, but I recorded it with 6 instruments. I produced it. I mixed it. I did everything. And while of course it's not perfect for a week and a half, I'm just so proud of myself. I'm like trying not to cry right now. I think it's because I'm also tired. But this has been a really big step for me the past 2 months. I was able to do that. For another client, I got asked to write a string section for a musical they're writing for a song. I was really intimidated by that, and I did it. And they're really happy. And then on top of everything else, I've still been teaching and doing rehearsals for the band I play with, and I did a couple church gigs, I played a wedding. And again, I feel kind of like in a haze, just like trying to get used to all the different balls I'm juggling. I'm so proud of myself, you guys. I really feel like this kind of pushed me to a new point where I've trusted myself more than I think I've ever have. Like, don't get it twisted, I'm still absolutely riddled with extreme anxiety and self-doubt, but to have been able to say yes to all these gigs and see that I've done it, I'm just so proud of myself. And I think a lot of the reason I've had the confidence to say yes to these gigs, and also the skill set, quite frankly, is because of the streams that I get to do here with you guys. You've encouraged me to learn how to loop, which caused me to play and get better at my other instruments. You encouraged me to sing more. I've been recording vocals and singing vocals. So while Twitch is my main income at this point, you guys have really helped me hopefully get another kind of bit of security in my life, because in the entertainment world, you never know if it's gonna last, or streaming, quite frankly. So really just thank you. Thank you so much. I've been filming a lot of this stuff behind the scenes, and I want to start sharing more of that with you on my Instagram as well as YouTube. Finding time to edit on top of all the other stuff is something I'm still trying to figure out, but I know I'm gonna figure it out. Oh, Year Joy! Thank you for a raid. Welcome. How was your stream today? Is there something I can play for you? I was getting ready to take a quick break because I've been going almost like 2.5 hours. But I'd love to play something beforehand. I have Zelda stuff in front of me. Maybe I can just do one of those. Or if there's something in particular you would like to hear, I'd love to. Went very well. Always good to hear. What were you up to today? Only if you feel like sharing. I usually kind of run away after streams and eat food. But yeah, let me know if I can play something for you. I kind of want to do the sky theme from Skyward Sword. It's an interesting piece. It goes a lot of different places in a short amount of time. But if you want to pick something else, please let me know. Welcome, Raiders. My name's Joe. I've had the honor of getting a raid from Yearjoy a few times now. Thank you, Yearjoy. But I do video game music. I play over soundtracks and write the music that I hear and play it. And I also make loops playing a lot of folk stuff. I sing over it and play banjo, guitar, mando, violin, bass, piano. It's not all folksy, but kind of an old heart in that way. But for our raiders, before I take a break, let me play a little violin for you. And we're gonna do Exploring the Sky from Skyward Sword.
Not yet, but I will.
That one I'm still kind of trying to find how I want to play it. Or at least maybe more accurately get comfortable playing it. It's getting there though. And I think you couldn't probably hear me as well as I was speaking in the violin mic. But for Yearjoy, I've been asked about Secret Mana a lot. And I have checked out the soundtrack since it's an older game. I think I heard it and was like, I want to make an arrangement of it. So I'm not playing over MIDI, even though I love listening to it, don't get me wrong. But I feel like with the violin blending, there's a really cool opportunity there. And I just haven't had the time to sit down and do it yet. I was just telling everybody that I've had a really exciting past few weeks here for September and October. I've been very gratefully booked for a ton of different work, and it's just been a crazy adventure. But I'm definitely all over the place, especially today. I've just finished one deadline, and tomorrow I'm going to stream in the morning and then jump in a van and head with the band to Birmingham, Alabama and Chattanooga and play some rock shows this weekend. I will be back for Monday. But yeah, if I'm kind of a space cadet for the next few weeks, please apologize. I'm just kind of juggling a lot. Kimchi, I saw you come in a while ago and you didn't jump on the keyboard. I'm very proud of you. You're a good boy. That cat's named Kimchi. He lives here with me. Kimchi, you wanna say hi to everybody? Oh, here's the good boy. Here's the good boy. Oh, you did a nice exhale in my face and your breath smells very, very potent. Hey, baby boy. Tesno! Tesno, thank you for 15 months! Thank you! He's my little guy. He's my best friend. He's kind of a terror sometimes. He doesn't usually stay in the room long. Yes, he likes to run underneath my desk, and most recently, he puts his paw on the power strip and turns off my entire setup, which kills the stream. And we've done that twice, didn't we? Yes, we did that 2 times. But it's okay. The Bimby. But on that note, you guys, I would like to take my second break real quick. Usually once an hour, I like to take a few minutes, and we are at almost 2.5 hours. I like to just take like 4 minutes max, enough to use the restroom, drink some water. And then when I come back, I'm trying to decide, I might do some looping. We did one loop earlier. Maybe I'll try and do like a Stardew Valley loop. I haven't done one of those in a while. I really enjoy them, they're fun. I'll leave you with some lovely Fire Emblem music. I love the soundtrack. So, he kind of just looks like a solid black cat, but if you look at his tummy, he's a brown shade. He's like, don't show my nipples. And then his face and paws are black like a Siamese, and his body's like a chocolatey brown color. You're a good sport, Kimchi. He's not getting kicked out yet. I was just gonna get up and take a break real quick. I'm sorry I showed all 8 of your nipples. Okay, I'll be right back. I love you guys. I don't know if there's 8. I think there's 8. I haven't counted. I thought that was just right. I don't know. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Thank you guys. It was a bit longer because I had to switch my laundry. I also saw something that made me giggle. I think it will make you giggle too. Should I show you the thing and then give you context, or context and the thing? What would you prefer? For Master Masquerade, welcome! How are you today? It's good to see you. But, essentially, this past weekend, I had the absolute pleasure of getting to see my parents. They flew down to Nashville to spend some time together. Oh, we got no context, so I'll stop there. Okay. That's not right there. So how is the intro to the story gonna fit in with this? Just wait. Also, Ralph, thanks for the follow. I promise I haven't been getting ready for 2.5 hours. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours and probably 8 minutes of break. Okay, so with this sign, earlier this year I had some personal stuff going on and I was going through a real rough time, and my sister wanted to make me laugh, and I think she probably asked for the help from her kids, my beautiful nephews, and without any context she sent this in the mail to me. I think she did it because it might look like a certain someone else that lives in this house named Kimchi, and I thought it was funny, so I put it in the bathroom. And I forgot I put it in the bathroom upstairs, and that's where my parents stayed. And I just remembered it was up there because they cleaned the bathroom before they left, and this was beautifully centered in the middle of the countertop on the sink. And I was like, oh, my parents probably weren't thrilled about this. Yes, at first I put it in the downstairs bathroom, but I forgot. I teach some students at my house, and my older student, that's like a grown woman, used the restroom and didn't mention this, and it was on the wall, and I was incredibly embarrassed. I kind of want to bring it up to her and be like, did you see the sign? So thank you, sister and nephews. For my terrible nightmares. If you like this music, check out I'll type it in chat for you. It's from a game, Octopath Traveler 2. And if you looked up the night themes, there's like a big playlist of a bunch of them. And they're all like this, they're really beautiful. Oh my god, I forgot that was an overlay. Why is it so fast? Oh my god, that was so scary. What triggered it? No one typed anything. Oh, did you see it? Oh, that was so scary. Oh no. How did that happen? Oh my goodness. But my dear friends, I do have one recording deadline I need to finish by tonight. There's like a couple little things I need to fix for the commission that I got hired for. And very exciting, one of my friends from Boston, who was the producer and drummer for my very first EP, is coming through, and I wanted to make sure I have time to meet up with him for coffee before I finish my recording. So I think I'm gonna play like maybe 6 more songs. I'm gonna close the request for today. A little bit shorter than what we usually do, but this has just been a really hectic week. Luckily it's been a hectic week because of music gigs, so I'm very grateful. And I'm also very grateful for you guys being understanding for when I kind of move the schedule around. I am planning on going live tomorrow still. I want to aim to start at noon. And I'm gonna stream until the band van comes and picks me up. There's a slight chance if I don't finish everything on time that I might cancel tomorrow, but I want to do my very best to at least get a 2-hour stream in there. So I'm gonna do my best. And thank you for understanding. Since I talked about Octopath Traveler, I think that's gonna be the chunk of songs I'd like to wrap today up with. I have a whole binder of this music because I love it. For anyone who's new, I write out all my music myself. I love video game soundtracks, and it's what I listen to the most in my free time. So before I even started streaming, I started writing out sheet music for the songs I liked so that I would be able to play them, and it just would make me feel really happy. I had no idea that later on down the road I would have an opportunity to actually play them in front of people, so this is really an honor. Like, it's a special thing, it's a gift. I wanted nothing more than play Zelda songs, but I didn't think there was ever going to be a venue that I got to do that. I'm going to do Tressa the Merchant from Octopath Traveler. As I mentioned, that's the soundtrack that's playing in the background right now, and it's all of it is honestly just absolutely gorgeous. Alright, this one starts right away, so I want to unmute the violin mic before I get started. Kimchi, you're being a very good boy. Just sitting. Very good. kimchi. Wait, what's that white stuff below the plant? You mean the keys? Do you mean the piano? I didn't get to play any piano today. Do I still remember how to do Ballroom Garden? I know my hands go out of camera, sorry. It's distracting me. It should be a B major. God, I stink. No, I gotta stop talking to myself like that. I got distracted with the microphone here because I kept bumping it. Let's see. I've probably spent more time listening to that song in game than any other video game song. When you play Final Fantasy VIII, you definitely hear a lot of Ballroom Garden. I never got sick of it though. I think it's so beautiful. Final Fantasy VIII in general as a soundtrack, I think is so gorgeous. You got like classics like Breezy. FF8. So chill. I gotta relearn this. I used to play this on the guitar. It's up on my YouTube channel. It was the first cosplay I ever did. I wanted to be Renoa. I'll put a link to it in chat if you guys are curious. And I think, my dear friends, I feel bad cutting it short. I'm just gonna do one more song today. I've been getting over a cold. I tested for COVID. I don't have COVID. I'm in like the last bit of it, but I do have to record some vocals tonight, so I feel like I should get a good meal in me and just rest for a second. I will be live tomorrow, unless I need more time before I hit the road with the band. I will let you know with a pinned comment here, as well as something that I'll pin in the Discord. But I just want to make sure that I leave enough time. It's definitely not a dizzy thing. I've just had like a bit of like a scratchiness in my throat for like a week. Honestly, not to make anyone worry, everything's fine. I've just been busy. I think a lot of it has just been kind of stress. Because I've just had a lot of commitments that I've been trying to follow through with and do a good job. So I think I just need to take a moment and just like sit for a second. For Pythagora, I'm gonna be Chattanooga's east, right? I'm playing Chattanooga either tomorrow or Saturday. I should know this. I can load it up real quick. But this weekend, I'm going with my band Creature Comfort to play in Chattanooga, as well as Birmingham, Alabama. Knoxville is a lot closer, yes. I think we're playing a venue called the Nick. I should know this. Oh no, the Nick is in Birmingham, Alabama, and then for Chattanooga, I'm playing Cherry Street Tavern. Well, hopefully we're gonna do, at least for like the eastern side of the United States, I think we want to try and do our best to do a tour going up north for the summer for next year. But before I sign off, my lovely friends, I kind of want to, I've been doing this one lately. It used to be the song I played at the end of every stream, and I've kind of brought it back lately. I just think it's a lovely song. From a game that might be not be as relaxing as the song is. It's from Overcooked, which is super fun. But I heard this song when I played it, and I just really loved it. Is that not just like a lovely, almost somber, relaxing, sweet, romantic vibe? I really love that song. I think it is just so, so beautiful. I'm working on putting a live loop together for that one that's like a kind of like, oh, not lo-fi, but like a stripped down, like jazz loungy cafe vibe. I feel like once I get through TwitchCon, that's like my last big thing. I'm going to be able to sit down and use all the confidence and new skills that I've learned with my other gigs this past 2 months, and hopefully be able to finally just release more stuff for you guys. Everyone's been so patient. I know that I don't release as much YouTube content and other things as I would like to, and the main reason was self-doubt and perfectionism, but I think having so many deadlines I had to meet for other people, I've grown a lot, and I'm going to try and use those lessons to get some more things out there. Thank you, Cathador. We put the socials in chat. I really want to be more proactive on YouTube as well as Instagram. For Mr. Smith, this has been a fabulous show. Have a really good weekend with it all again. And audio quality has been sublime. Thank you very much. And everyone over on YouTube, Martin, for the very generous super chat. Paul, it's been wonderful to see you. Sean, and of course my lovely family here on Twitch. Thank you, all of you, so much. It's not 100% guarantee, but I wanted to try and go live tomorrow morning before I hit the road with the band. I'm just going to see how I'm feeling tomorrow morning. I do have one last thing I need to record tonight for a client, and I gotta pack and get things done in that regard. Thank you for being lovely. I know I only did one loop today. I feel kind of guilty about that. I promise I'll get more when I come back. I just wanted to still come on live even though things are crazy and at least get to talk to y'all and do some violin playing. But there are more loops in the works, I promise, and more things that I'm getting ready to show you guys. And with that, I'm going to look for someone to raid. If you were new to the stream today and enjoyed it, I hope you consider following and coming back sometime. I'm always adding new things to the list and learning new things. And I stream 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I always like to take an extra moment to see if there's someone I don't typically get a chance to raid. Oh, I would like to raid Liv. Liv has been so kind and raided me like 3 times. She's usually much earlier than I am and I don't get a chance to raid her. But she's a fantastic talent here on Twitch, and on top of that, a lovely personality, beautiful voice, singer-songwriter, piano. I think you'll really enjoy her if you stick around and give her a chance. Thank you again, everybody, for being so encouraging and lovely. And I am going to do my best to be live tomorrow. The only reason if I'm not is because I stayed up too late finishing this last recording I have to do for work. I will let you know in the Discord in a pinned message here, but I'm going to do my best to be live at noon tomorrow, CST time. All right, everybody, take care of yourselves. I'll try and do the same. I know it's easier said than done at times, but you deserve it. And I love y'all. Till next time. Boy.